Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Annie Voice. Life has a strange way of revealing the truth. Sometimes it does so gently, like a soft breeze. Other times it crashes through our lives like a merciless storm. My name is May, and this is the story of how I discovered my husband's betrayal, and how my silence became the loudest revenge. For years I believed I was living in a dream. To the world, our marriage seemed perfect. People admired us, friends envied our closeness, neighbors smiled when they saw us together, and I believed it too. Every day I told myself I was lucky, that I had a man who cared, who worked hard for us, who promised me a future, but beneath the smiles were cracks I refused to acknowledge. At first, they were tiny, so small that I convinced myself they didn't matter. He came home late. He spent more time glued to his phone. Sometimes he seemed distant, distracted, as if his mind wandered far away. I told myself it was stress, fatigue, work pressure, anything but the truth. Because accepting the truth would mean admitting that our marriage wasn't what I thought it was. And that kind of truth is hard, almost unbearable to face. One ordinary afternoon, I decided to do something thoughtful. I wanted to surprise him. He had been busy, exhausted, and I thought cleaning his car might be a small way to show love. It wasn't unusual for me to do little things like that. I liked seeing him cared for. So I grabbed some cleaning supplies and walked out to the driveway. At first, it was simple. Empty bottles, snack wrappers, old receipts scattered across the floor. I hummed quietly, imagining the smile on his face when he saw the car spotless. But then, when my hand slipped under the seat, it touched something unfamiliar, something foreign. I pulled it out and froze. It was a small tube. For a fleeting second, I thought it might be lotion, hand cream. But as my eyes landed on it, I knew instantly. Lubricant. My breath caught, my hands trembled, my chest felt hollow, as if someone had ripped my heart out. I stared at the tube, silently hoping I was wrong, but deep inside I already knew. It wasn't for me, it wasn't mine. Memories collided with unbearable clarity. Late nights at the office, unanswered calls, the way he turned away when I leaned in for a kiss, the lies he spun so smoothly as if rehearsed. Every denial, every self-deception shattered in that instant. My husband was cheating. I in silence. And in that silence, something shifted inside me. I realized then that words could not undo what he had done. Screaming wouldn't make him faithful. Tears wouldn't erase the betrayal. But silence. Silence could speak louder than any fury. Silence could be my weapon. That night, with the tube in my hand, I made a decision. I moved quietly into the garage. Among the tools, screws, and old cans of paint, I found a tube of industrial glue. Without hesitation, I swapped the contents. Lubricant into the drawer, glue into his bag. My heart was calm. My hands were steady. I did not smile. I did not cry. I let silence carry my choice. I knew eventually the truth would reveal itself, not because of me, but because of him. That evening, he returned home as usual. He greeted me with the same practiced charm, ate the dinner I had prepared, smiled that smile I used to love. And when the night ended, he left again, citing an emergency at work. I nodded, said nothing, and watched him go. Drew me outside. Neighbors were gathering, whispering, pointing, eyes wide with disbelief. And then I saw it. Firefighters, paramedics, chaos at an apartment just down the street. At the center of it all, my husband. The glue had done its work. He and his mistress were stuck together, helpless, humiliated beyond measure. Firefighters scrambled, neighbors gasped, some laughed nervously, others shook their heads in disbelief. Whispers spread like wildfire. "Did you hear? They're glued together. The man who had betrayed me was now a spectacle for the entire neighborhood. His pride, his lies, his secret life laid bare for all to see. I stood quietly, watching. I did not laugh. I did not gloat. I did not speak. My silence alone was enough. In fact, it was louder than anything I could have ever said. In that moment, I understood something vital. I did not need to destroy him. He had destroyed himself. His choices, his actions, his betrayal, all led to this moment. I only needed to wait. After that day, nothing was the same. He could not meet my eyes. He could not erase the shame. And though I had lost the man I thought I loved, I had gained something greater. I had found my strength. Betrayal cuts deep. It leaves wounds that take time to heal, but it also teaches. It taught me that love cannot survive lies. It taught me that silence can be more powerful than rage. And most of all, it taught me that I am stronger than heartbreak. I moved forward, not with anger, not with bitterness, but with freedom. Sometimes, losing what betrays you is the only way to discover what heals you. That day, I lost a husband, but I found myself. I found the courage to start anew, to stand tall, to never let anyone define my worth again. This is my story, a story of betrayal, a story of silence, a story of revenge that required no shouting, no fighting, no cruelty, just patience, just calm, just silence. If you have ever been betrayed, if you have ever cried in silence, if you have ever wondered how someone you loved could hurt you so deeply, remember this: you are not broken. You are not weak. You are stronger than you know, stronger than lies, stronger than heartbreak, stronger than those who try to destroy your spirit. Never forget, your worth does not depend on the one who betrays you. It depends on how you rise afterward. And sometimes, silence is the loudest answer of all. That was the day my world ended. But it was also the day my new life began, and I will never again underestimate the quiet power of a broken heart.